What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell, but as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed, the possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. A collector's rare peacock from the Underworld from Genesis Impact. Honestly, this thing looks absolutely beautiful, as my laptop is acting screwy. Again, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. You guys can easily tell the centering on the back is a bit off from top to bottom, but honestly, it really doesn't matter. But I am going to be getting this graded at some point. Really don't know when, but I will be getting it graded. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties with today's video, which is this. Among the card as it sits now, what are your guys' predictions for Crown Jewel? Let me know down in the comments below, because for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for Crown Jewel. And honestly, looking at this card, woo-hoo-hoo, I can guarantee you that no matter what happens at Crown Jewel, the landscape of WWE is going to change for a long time. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for Crown Jewel, but without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking things off is a match on the kickoff show. I don't know what the hell is going on with WWE, but apparently they are now deciding to bring back matches for the kickoff show, as Sami Zayn will do battle with the Judgment Day's JD McDonough. Yes, apparently JD McDonough is now a part of the Judgment Day, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if he's a full-fledged member of the Judgment Day or if he's a member in training. I don't really know, but here's what I don't get. Sami Zayn went from literally main eventing the Royal Rumble, main eventing Elimination Chamber in his hometown of Montreal, main eventing WrestleMania, main eventing Backlash, main eventing what? Main eventing literally up to what? Like what? 5, 6 premium live events. And now this is what we're being presented to with Sami Zayn being on the kickoff show? I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that this is, I guess Sami Zayn versus Bloodline 2.0, I guess, where Sami Zayn ain't gonna stop until the Bloodline crumbled. Technically, the Bloodline did crumble, although Jimmy Uso is back in the Bloodline, which made no sense whatsoever, because he was the one that stabbed Roman in the back, and now he's back in the Bloodline. That literally makes no sense. Like, he turned his back on his own twin at SummerSlam. I said it before, I'll say it again. That's like watching your girlfriend cheat on you with your best friend, and then 2 seconds later she tells you that she loves you. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. I'm being real. If I was Roman Reigns, I would have told Jimmy, piss off. I don't want you in this group anymore. That's what I would have done if I was Roman Reigns. But it is what it is. But I will say this. This is going to be a banger, because you look at JD McDonough. He's a former Cruiserweight champion. He's the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion in WWE history. Sami Zayn, a former NXT champion, a former tag team champion, now a former a former 3-time Intercontinental champion. And think about this. When he was in the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso was out. He was injured. Sami Uso got involved and helped the Usos retain the Undisputed Tag Team titles against none other than the Judgment Day on the Raw 30th Anniversary show earlier this year, days before the Royal Rumble. Think about that. Now, because of the fact that JD McDonough is now in the Judgment Day, technically, he's trying to rectify all those wrongs, and he's also trying to silence Sami Zayn for the Judgment Day. So if you think about it, who needs this match? Obviously both men, but it's Sami Zayn who needs this more, because by him defeating JD McDonough at Crown Jewel. By him defeating JD at Crown Jewel, it's one step closer to no pun intended with Rhea Ripley, eradicating all the members of Judgment Day. Who knows? Maybe we might see Sami Zayn challenge for the NXT North American title at some point. Is it possible? Absolutely. It is 100% possible, but only time will tell. But as far as who I'm picking for this matchup, I don't know. It's hard to say, because both of these guys traveled all over the world. They both competed in tournaments all over the world. JD McDonough was a part of the first ever WWE United Kingdom Championship tournament back in 2017, 2018, right around there. And he got all the way to the semifinals before losing to, I think, who was it, Tyler Bate? Yeah, literally, yeah, I think losing to Tyler Bate. And fast forward to now, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. I mean, 2 world-class athletes going at it. I'm all for it. But as far as who I'm picking, I gotta go with Sami Zayn, because everyone knows when it comes to Sami Zayn, once he has his eyes locked on something, he ain't stopping. He ain't stopping until he gets what he wants. And what he wants is to eradicate all the members of Judgment Day once and for all. So it's possible. It's possible. Just like it's pretty possible to see Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso challenge Priest and Balor for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. It's very possible, but only time will tell. Speaking of titles, we move now into the first of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 championships that will be defended this Saturday at Crown Jewel. This is the first one for the WWE Women's Championship between the champion Io Sky and the EST Bianca Belair. We hadn't seen Bianca in, what is it, like 2 months? Almost 3 months. And sorry guys, something was on my tongue. Anyway, she got injured at the hands of Damage Control, and we now know that this Friday on SmackDown, Bayley will go one-on-one with Bianca Belair, and then Saturday will be Belair versus Io. And honestly, this is interesting because you look at the roads that they took, right? In not just outside of WWE, but in WWE on NXT. Io Sky became NXT Women's Champion by winning a triple threat match. Think about that. Bianca Belair, yes, it's true. Yes, it is true that Bianca never got the chance to become NXT Women's Champion. But if you really think about it, Bianca is literally one of if not the top baby faces on SmackDown, aside from who? Charlotte Flair, I think it is. Yeah, I think Charlotte Flair and Io Sky. Everyone knows that when Io became NXT Women's Champion, the whole world rejoiced and were like, yeah, this is the woman that we want representing NXT as the Women's Champion. And she did that for almost an entire year until NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver in 2021. Yeah. Fast forward to now, and think of what Io has done. NXT Women's Champion, NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, Women's Dusty Cup, Money in the Bank, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, not once but twice. And now we can add the WWE Women's title to that mix. Not only that, but Io Sky got second place in the Mania Classic back in 2018, which was won by none other than Toni Storm. And Bianca Belair, former Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, and of course now, even though it was only for a brief moment, WWE Women's Champion. Think about that, guys. Think about that. You got two world-class athletes, just incredible talent. But only one can become champion. And this rivalry, it doesn't just date back to last year at War Games. You know, last year at SummerSlam in 2022. This goes all the way back to their days in NXT. And now it comes full circle once again. Honestly, as big of a fan as I am of Bianca, I gotta go with Io Sky. I think Io is gonna retain simply because of one thing. The fact that Io Sky is gonna have Damage Control, is gonna have the rest of Damage Control in her corner, and there's no way in hell that Bayley is gonna miss Crown Jewel to help Io Sky retain that women's title. There's no way Bayley would ever miss it for the world. So my money is on Io. Next up, we have a very interesting matchup here. We have John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. Now think about this. It's been since 2018. It's been since 2018 that John Cena had a singles match televised to the whole world live. Think about that. He said it was like well over 2002 days. Think about that. His last victory, his last one-on-one singles victory at a premium live event was at the Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018 in Jeddah, where John Cena defeated Triple H one-on-one. Two all-time greats going at it in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And now John Cena has what could very well be the biggest challenge. I wouldn't say the biggest, but the toughest challenge of his career against Solo Sikoa. Here's the thing: Solo has made a name for himself the last year. Think about that. Think about that. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible of how far Solo has come since joining the Bloodline last year at Clash at the Castle in Cardiff, and now it comes full circle for Solo Sikoa. And the thing is that there's a wall, and his name is John Cena. John Cena, everyone knows he's a 16-time champion. If Solo Sikoa were to beat John Cena, think of how much momentum Solo would gain by defeating John Cena. Is it possible? Absolutely. But this is John Cena we're talking about here. There's a reason why he's known as Big Match John. Cena is one of those guys who won't stop until he picks up a victory. There's nothing about John Cena that hasn't already been said. But this is Solo Sikoa we're talking about here. Odds are Jimmy Uso might get involved. So I'm putting my money on Solo. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of John Cena, just like you guys are. But Solo is in a whole nother league on his own. He's competed in more matches this year than John Cena has. And Cena's only been in what, 3? At least 2 or 3? This would be his third or fourth match. And this might be the last time that we see John Cena wrestle again for quite some time. So my money's on Solo. I think Solo might pick up the victory, mainly because of the fact that he does have the Bloodline in his corner. Not much else to say about that. Next, speaking of factions, we've got Damian Priest of the Judgment Day going one-on-one with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Here's what boggles my mind. It's the same thing with Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes went from winning the Royal Rumble to main eventing night 2 of WrestleMania to main eventing Backlash, main eventing Money in the Bank. Or actually, I would say main eventing Money in the Bank, but he didn't. Damn near main eventing Night of Champions, to main eventing SummerSlam, to becoming tag team champions with Jey Uso, and now he's no longer tag team champion, and he's now on the mid card. He's now mid carder. Now I don't know what the hell happened, but it is what it is. But I will say this: Damian Priest has been on top of his game since his match with Bad Bunny at Backlash. Because if you really think about it, that match, that San Juan street fight that Priest had with Bad Bunny was crowning moment of Damian's career because of the fact that he's Puerto Rican, but he's from he's from New York, but he's from New York City. That says a lot about Damian Priest. And think about what he's done since he got to WWE. NXT North American Champion, United States Champion, 2-time Tag Team Champion, and now he's Mr. Money in the Bank. Or I guess now Senor Money in the Bank, I guess. But still, that says a lot about Damian Priest. And Cody Rhodes, I mean his accomplishments speak for themselves. Royal Rumble winner, multi-time Tag Team Champion, multi-time Intercontinental Champion, former NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, NWA World Champion, former Ring of Honor Champion, former IWGP US Champion. He's won championships everywhere he's been, even in the promotion that he started, AEW. What was it, what TNT Championship, I think it was? I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. I don't keep up with AEW. I've been watching Edge's promos from AEW on YouTube, and that's about it. Just throwing that out there. But I will say this. I will say this. Even after all of that, both Priest and Rhodes have been at the top of their game. So I've got no doubt in my mind that these two guys are going to put on one hell of a banger. But it comes down to who wants the victory more. This rivalry, everyone knows that this rivalry has escalated to heights unimaginable. But it comes down to who wants it more, Priest or Cody. And honestly, Cody needs this victory. Because if he can pin Damian Priest at Crown Jewel, that means that both him and Jey Uso will get another shot at the Undisputed Tag Team titles, which for all we know, it could happen at Survivor Series. But then again, there's been a lot of rumors going around saying that War Games will be coming back this year to Survivor Series, but it won't be 5-on-5. Rumor has it that it's going to be 7-on-7. That'll feature Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, LA Knight, and a couple others. I don't remember who. I think LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso against all the members of the Bloodline and all the members of the Judgment Day. So that would be interesting. That would be quite the interesting matchup, to say the very least. But honestly, I think Cody needs this victory. So I'm putting my money on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Speaking of betting money, we move on to the United States title, which is the second of 5 titles. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Think about this. The last time these two were in the same ring together, like competing against one another, it was at last year's WrestleMania in Dallas, 2022. Think about that. Think about that. And look how far both these men have come. Both have challenged Roman Reigns for the Undisputed title. I mean, both have challenged for championships. And now Rey Mysterio is the United States champion. And Logan Paul wants that title. Is it possible for Logan Paul to win it? Yeah, but let's be real. Let's be real here. The last time he wrestled for a title, he got his ass handed to him by Roman Reigns. So I'm not even gonna justify it. My money is on Rey Mysterio. But if Logan Paul wins it, I will be surprised. But speaking of upsets, the third title, which is gonna be one of the main events, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, the Undisputed Universal Title. Don't get me wrong. LA Knight is at the top of his game. Literally, because it's literally his game. But his game, like, here's the thing. As big of a fan as I am of LA Knight, his game is in Roman Reigns' island of relevancy. Roman Reigns has been champion for almost 4 years. 4 years. And I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns were to break Hulk Hogan's reign and drop the title the very next night. I wouldn't be surprised at all, but this would be a major upset for WWE, because if Roman Reigns were to lose the title to LA Knight, there's no telling what can happen. But let's not forget, Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank briefcase. So if he wanted to, he could cash in on either Roman Reigns or LA Knight, and he becomes champion. Only time will tell. But I will say this. I will say this. No matter what happens in this match on Saturday, LA Knight is going to be one of the biggest baby faces we've ever had in WWE in quite some time. I would probably say the biggest babyface since Daniel Bryan, because everyone knows that Daniel Bryan was the big babyface in the story of Daniel Bryan versus the Authority. And what happened? He went on to WrestleMania in New Orleans and became WWE champion. This is basically that. It's basically that. Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, is the Authority. LA Knight is obviously Daniel Bryan. And it's possible. I mean, it's possible that LA Knight could win. But let's be real. Let's just be real. The Bloodline is going to get involved. There's going to be chaos ensuing all over ringside, and Roman Reigns is going to retain thanks to the Bloodline. So I'm putting my money on Roman Reigns, mainly because of that reason. Now we move into the Fatal 5-Way for the women's world title between the champion Rhea Ripley and our challengers Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, and Nia Jax. And I never would have imagined I would be calling a Nia Jax match ever again after after almost 2 years now. Holy shit! What the fuck has happened? Anyway, you got arguably 5 of the baddest and the toughest women on Raw right now. And think about what each of these 5 women have done. Rhea Ripley, just this year alone, won the Royal Rumble, became the last ever SmackDown Women's Champion by defeating Charlotte Flair, becoming the first ever Women's World Champion in WWE. And not only that, she's had a stronghold over the Raw Women's Division this entire year, which is incredible. Zoe Stark learned from Trish Stratus. I mean, that right there just speaks for itself. Shayna Baszler had a big match at SummerSlam against Ronda Rousey, and she made Ronda Rousey pass out. And now Ronda Rousey is at another wrestling promotion. And honestly, it is what it is. Not much else to say about that. Raquel Rodriguez, a former, 2-time, 3-time women's tag team champion? Yeah, just from this year alone. And Nia Jax, I mean, she's the irresistible force. There's a reason why she's known as that. She's a former multi-time women's tag team champion. She's a former Raw women's champion, and she had a stronghold over the women's division on Raw, for so many years. Even before she got released from WWE, she had a stronghold over the women's division on Raw, and now Rhea Ripley has that stronghold. Don't get me wrong, the odds are definitely stacked against Rhea Ripley, and that's on her. That's on her. It's her own fault. But Rhea Ripley needs to find a way to outmaneuver and outthink all four of these women. If she can pull that off, she will retain the women's world title. But let's be real. Let's be real. Don't get me wrong. Shayna, Zoe, Raquel, and Nia, they all have the potential to be women's world champion. But I think Rhea is gonna prove once and for all why mommy is always on top. I don't know why that I don't know why the fuck that was a sexual joke. I have no idea. I don't know. That's Judgment Day for you. But I'm being real. My money is on Rhea. Plain and simple. Now for the last championship, the World Heavyweight title. Seth Freakin Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Think about this. The last time these two were in the ring together for a championship, it was what? Money in the Bank 2020? Think about that. Think about that. 2020, Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre gave Seth Rollins a shot at the WWE title. And now we fast forward three years later, and the tides have turned. Seth Rollins gave Drew McIntyre a shot at the world title. And think about this. It's as McIntyre said. Clash at the Castle was his moment. It was supposed to have been his moment until the Bloodline came. Brock Lesnar lost that very same WWE title to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania in a building full of nothing. In a building full of nothing at the Performance Center. Think about that. Think about that. McIntyre thought that he was alone. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he was alone, but even he knows that the entire WWE universe was with him in mind and in spirit. So in a way, he was never alone. He was never alone. But now things are different now, and even he knows that, and he thinks that by defeating Rollins and becoming World Heavyweight Champion, he can finally move on from the bullshit with the Bloodline. Is it possible that they can be World Champion? Absolutely, but this is Seth Rollins we're talking about here. At this pace that he's going, he's unstoppable now. He's been champion since May. And think of the superstars that Rollins has beaten since then, since May, since he defeated AJ Styles, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, literally all the members of Judgment Day, JD McDonough, Shinsuke Nakamura, just to name a few. Braun Breaker is another one that definitely comes into mind. Think about that. But let's also not forget, as I talked about, with Roman, Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank briefcase. Damian Priest can cash in on any one of those two at any time, and it could become a triple threat. Is it possible? Absolutely. Damian Priest could walk out of Riyadh as either the World Heavyweight Champion or the Undisputed Universal Champion. But only time will tell. This is one match I can't call. I can't predict it because both these guys are two of the biggest baby faces on Raw right now. Right now, these two guys are two of the biggest baby faces on Raw. And it's something that you really can't predict. But if I was a betting man, I would put my money on Drew McIntyre. For the simple reason that Rollins' back is now starting to take its toll on him. One wrong move, paralyzed. He could be paralyzed completely, and McIntyre would end up becoming World Heavyweight Champion, or Damian Priest would walk out as champion. It's just as simple. So my money is definitely on Drew McIntyre. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.